Just I do have concerns. It's crazy. You went from your offensive line being top 5, maybe top 2, maybe top 1, being like, oh, we don't have to worry about an offensive line. We're set there. To now, that's really my only concern on this team.
Yeah, and I think that they'll get better as the season goes on. I've been calling a Green Bay opening week loss that'll make a lot of the fans here melt down, but that...
You've been calling that?
Yeah, he has.
I think
Get
that...
his ass, man.
And it's not...
It's
It's not an indictment of the Lions by any means. I think that the Lions are better suited for their playoff run having this young line gel throughout the season.
Yeah,
what we saw last year was we saw older vet guys on that line hobbled by the time week 19 came around, when they were playing in week 20 against the Redskins. I'll call them Redskins.
Ragnar didn't have toes, and Graham was playing with a high ankle sprain.
And so now we're talking about Tate Ratledge and these other guys that are cutting their teeth right now. By the end of this season, I think they're going to be ready to go, and Morton will have that offensive line clicking. So if this team,
well, don't forget about if Hank Fraley's still there, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's the guy. Like,
sure.
As much as Morton's in charge of the offense and calling the plays and getting that rhythm down, Farley's the guy that's got to.
But I think that Johnny Morton is going to run a more conservative offense because we should be running the ball more. We don't have to play desperate offense like we did years ago with giant explosive plays. And on top of it, real quick, to Spenny's point, this was a top 10 team defensively. He just put in the chat here. They were top 7. And if you look at the fact that this team's defense was gone the second half of the season and they still were top 7, that just tells you how scary good this defense was in the first half. And I still think that they're better on paper than they were to start last season. Yeah. As soon as that offensive line really gets it together and we dial down the defense and grind teams into the dirt, time of possession, no interceptions type of style offense, I think that we will be a better playoff team, even though we'll see some early struggles.
I think this is a good analogy, but a bad analogy at the same time, just because of how everything worked out. But remember when Calvin Johnson retired, and everyone's like, "Oh my God,
it's over.
How is this offense going to operate without the explosive Calvin Johnson?" And then old Jim Bob Cooter comes in, and they start like being a little more balanced. And Stafford puts up one of his best number years.
Spread the ball around
because he was more. Like, they weren't as aggressive, but they were aggressive in different areas and using more of the field. And that's how I feel J-Mo is going to come in this year, because it's not about, we're just sending Williams on a fucking fly pattern every single play, and if he gets open 6 times a game, we're probably going to throw it 3 times a game. Like, that's not how it's going to go. Like, they already talked about J-Mo working on different route trees, involving him in different spots in the offense. And I'm excited to see the evolution of this, because once again, it seems like last year was fun. The year before was a lot of fun. This offense this year, business trip. Like, we're coming to beat ass. We're not here to, like, show off and put up 49 points with trick reverses. And Penei Sewell, I don't think, is going to catch a pass this year. Sorry, boys. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't even think he's going to get a lateral this year. All that shit is done.
Yeah.
What Penei Sewell's going to do is fire off the ball, drive his guy 30 yards down the field.
Who would you rather have for the next 2 years running the offense, Johnny Morton or Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson.
It's hard to say. We haven't seen Johnny Mo.
Can I let you know mid-season?
Yeah, we haven't seen Johnny Mo just yet.
Yeah, like
with these weapons. We've seen Johnny Mo, just not with this type of team.
I want to ask you something. You watched the quarterback show.
Of course, Jared Goff.
There was something I picked up on in that.
What are we doing?
But there was something I picked up in there that I hadn't seen before, and it was the post-game or the post-team meeting and the game balls after Jared's perfect game. Now, we know that Dan Campbell forgot that, but the third game ball goes to Ben Johnson. Did you see his reaction?
Ben's reaction or Jared's?
Ben's.
No.
It's about fucking time.
Yeah.
When he grabbed that football from him. I got to be honest with you. I think, and I haven't even seen their offense run, I'm glad he's gone. I think that Johnny Morton and the offense that he's going to run isn't going to be a desperate one. This isn't a team that's desperate to get out of the basement. This is now the leaders of the North, and they get to play like it, and I think that his offensive style is going to be perfect for that going forward.
Yeah, they've grown up.
Yeah.
We all grows up now.
Less
right?
chances, more grind.
Yep. It's no longer just having fun. Now we got to go get a wife. We got to get a job. Like,
Yes.
the Lions need to grow up and go get this thing done. Dante151 in the chat, the super chat. I think you said Campbell said it would take 4 to 5 weeks for the offense to get going last season. And what happened? 15-2 record with a bunch of injuries on defense. Let's calm down and relax. Did I seem like I was freaking out about it?
No, you didn't seem worried.
I'm inquisitive about it because, I don't know how to take one side of the ball is doing better than the other side of the ball.
It's preseason, man.
I get it.
And it's good when your offense is the number one offense and they're saying your defense is now being.
I think
but
it's
I
great.
can argue that and say, but shouldn't they be clicking because they are the number one offense and clowning a defense, not clowning, but showing out better than a defense that is kind of newly assembled again?
But it could be one of those things like last year. It might take them a few weeks to get in rhythm.
I'm not saying the
clicking.
offense is over and it's never going to make it. I'm just saying that when Dan Campbell said that, my ears perked up. When he said Jared Goff, they needed to hold the ball, hold a block an extra second, it was like, oh, okay. So the offense isn't up to speed right now with the defense, and the biggest area of concern is protection. That's what I took away from that comment.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's not like I'm done with this team, but okay, that's something I got to start paying attention to.
But to answer this point, you got a lot more continuity with the defense with all the returning pieces. Kelvin Shepard, who was a part of this defensive staff before, underling for Aaron Glenn. There's a lot more continuity on that side of the ball. So I expect that.
And I think that the Lions knocked it out of the park again with their rookie class.
Let's talk about that next.
Yes.
Let's talk about that next. Okay. We got to break real quick. First, we got to say what up to Bam Bam 2273 with the super chat. Scary offensive line, but our defense just became a super threat.
Yes,
I
sir.
believe the coach
I love that.
just put a whole NFL on notice with that statement.
Hey, I like that.
God Lions, go Lions, same.